Hello everyone, welcome to FG Law Kit channel. In this video, we will be discussing UGC Net PYQ of 2022 attempt. वैसे तो UGC Net के हर साल 2 अटेम्प्ट होते हैं, but due to COVID 2020, 21 and 22 में सिर्फ एक अटेम्प्ट हुए थे. And if you want PYQs of UGC Net and other competitive exam, then you can visit our website sortmylawschool.com and download it for free of cost. Let's begin with our first question. Who said there are two elements of possession? Corpus possessionis and animus domini. It's option number 3, Saverin. Next question. Statement 1. Hart deals with primary rules of obligations and secondary rule of recognition. Correct. Second statement. Hart nothing to do with the reformulation of analytical positivism. Wrong. He has to do with the reformulation of analytical positivism. So answer will be option number 3. Statement 1 is correct, but statement 2 is incorrect. Next question. Trade secrets do not cover the following information. It's option 4. Information discovered by revenue engineering. Next question. Article 13 of the Indian Constitution does not apply to. Option 3. Any amendment of the Constitution made under Article 368. Article 13 of the Indian Constitution states that any law that is inconsistent with the fundamental rights is void. Next question. Under which article of the Constitution of India is it the duty of the Union to protect every state against external aggression and internal disturbance and to ensure that the government of every state is carried on in accordance with the provision of the Constitution of India? It's option number 3, Article 355. Next question. Every decision of the Goods and Service Tax Council shall require to be taken at the meeting. Option 2. By a majority of not less than 3/4 of the weighted notes of the members present. Next question. Which of the following are not administrative actions? It's option number 4. Forming an opinion on objective satisfaction. Next question. Every state and every local authority within the state is required to provide adequate facilities for instruction in mother tongue at the primary stage of education to children belonging to linguistic minority group under Article 350A, option 2. Next question. Ordinarily, delegated legislation can be prospective effect only. Option 1. Next question. In which one of the following cases legal aid was held as a fundamental right? It's option 2. M.H. Hoskat case 1978. आप एक बात नोट कीजिएगा, जहां पे भी पूरे वीडियो में रेड कलर के अंदर कुछ भी लिखा हुआ है वो क्वेश्चन पेपर का पार्ट नहीं है, वो सिर्फ आपके रिवीजन के लिए और नॉलेज के लिए डाला गया है, क्योंकि केसेस के जो ईयर होते हैं वो पता होने बहुत जरूरी है, क्योंकि यूजीसी नेट के अंदर काफी बार क्वेश्चन क्रोनोलॉजिकल ऑर्डर में लगाने के लिए आ जाता है, जहां पे आपको केसेस के नेम गिवन होते हैं एंड यू हैव टू अरेंज इट इन क्रोनोलॉजिकल वाइज. तो इसलिए केसेस के ईयर, सेक्शन नंबर वगैरह सब पता होने चाहिए, इसलिए डाला गया सिर्फ रिवीजन के लिए. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. द हीकलिंग टेस्ट अंडर आर्टिकल 19 क्लॉज 2 इज रिलेटेड टू. ऑप्शन नंबर 2. डिसेंसी एंड मॉरलिटी. हीकलिंग टेस्ट जो है वो आर वर्सेस हीकलिंग के केस में आया था. इस केस के अंदर वर्ड ऑप्शन को इंटरप्रिटेट किया गया था. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. In the Constitution of India, the principal rule of law is mainly embodied in Article 14, option 1. Next question. Which of the following is not correct under Geographical Indication of Goods Registration and Protection Act 1999? It's option number 4. Producer in case of handicrafts includes the person who packages such goods. Next question. Which of the following can be registered as a trademark? Option number 2. A distinctive mark. Next question. Who defined ownership as plenary control over an object? It's option number 3. Holland. Next question. Who said a legal person is an subject matter other than a human being to which law attributes personality? Option number 1, Salmond. Next question. In the light of the Criminal Law Amendment Act 2013, which of the following statements are correct? The word rape in Section 375 IPC has been replaced with sexual assault. Wrong. Rape is now gender neutral offense. Wrong. The amendment has fixed the age for consensual sex as 16 years. Wrong. Amendment has fixed the age for consensual sex as 18 years. Correct. Option number 4. Next question. The doctrine res ispa loquitur was applied by the Supreme Court in option number 3, Municipal Corporation of Delhi versus Sukhbhakwanti, 1966. Next question. The test of reasonable foresight in determining the remoteness of the damages was first applied in option 2, Wagon Mount case, 1961. Next question. The Consumer Protection Act 2019 talks about direct selling, e-commerce and electronic service provider. True. Consumer Protection Act 1986 did not provide about this. ये भी सही है. So answer will be option number 4, both 1 and 3. Next question. In order to establish a cartel, what is not necessary? Option number 4. Cartels are very good for competition. कार्टेल का मतलब ये होता है, it is an association of independent businesses or producers that collaborate to control prices and limit competition. Next question. Which one of the following is not the one of the modes of termination of agency? It's option 3, General Lien. Section 201 of Indian Contract Act deals with termination of agency. Next question. Voluntarily has been defined as an effect caused by means whereby a person intended to cause it or by means at the time of employing those means to know or had reason to believe to be likely to cause it under Section 39 of IPC and Section 233 of BNS Act. Option 3. Next question. Arrange the following cases chronologically starting from earliest to the latest. National Legal Service Authority versus Union of India 2015, NAS Foundation versus Government of NCT 2009, Navtej Singh Johar versus Union of India 2018, Suresh Kaushal versus NAS Foundation 2013. So answer will be option number 3. Next question. Dash has to provide by making regulations for any class or class of companies which may file a shelf prospectus with registrar at the stage of first offer of securities. It's option number 2, SEBI. Next question. Every partner of partnership firm is liable for all the acts of the firm done while he is a partner. This doctrine is called the doctrine of holding out. Option number 1. Next question. When an unmarried woman adopts a child and subsequently marries, the person who she subsequently marries shall be stepfather of the child. Option number 2. This is mentioned in section 14 of the Hindu Adoption and Maintenance. Option number 2. This is mentioned in section 14 of the Hindu Adoption and Maintenance Act. Next question. Which of the following is not a ground of divorce available to wife under section Clause 2 of Hindu Marriage Act 1955? It's option number 3, cruelty by husband, as it is mentioned in section 30, Clause 1 of Hindu Marriage Act. Next question. The children born out of a void marriage are in the eyes of law illegitimate. Wrong. Legitimate. Right. Illegitimate, having no rights in the ancestral property. Wrong. Legitimate but having the rights of inheritance limited to their parents' property only. Correct. It's answer number 4, option number 4. ऑप्शन नंबर 2 भी करेक्ट है बट मोस्ट एप्रोप्रिएट जो है वो ऑप्शन नंबर 4 है और यूजीसी नेट के अंदर हम वो वाला ऑप्शन हमेशा सेलेक्ट करते हैं जो मोस्ट एप्रोप्रिएट होता है. सो इस क्वेश्चन का आंसर होगा ऑप्शन नंबर 4. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. रेस्टिट्यूशन ऑफ कॉन्जुगल राइट्स हैज इट्स जेनेसिस अंडर ऑप्शन 3 ज्यूविस लॉ. इंग्लिश लॉ भी करेक्ट आंसर है इसका, दोनों ही ऑप्शन सही हैं. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. Among Muslims, Sariri is the stage when the boy or a girl is above 7 years but below 15 years. Option number 2. Next question. Law relating to armed conflicts of non-international character is governed by option 2, Common Article 3 of Geneva Convention 1949 or the Additional Protocol 2nd 1977. Next question. Nottebohm's case deals with nationality by option 1, naturalization. नोटेबॉम्स केस जो है वो लीचनस्टाइन वर्सेस ग्वाटेमाला केस है 1955 का. Next question. Which of the following doctrines is called as doctrine of non-recognition? It's option number 4, Stimson doctrine. Next question. Pact, treaties, nec, nonsent, nec, prosent means only parties to an international treaty are bound by it. Option number 3. Next question. General principles of law recognized by civilized states as a source of international law has been applied in following cases. Option number 3, Mavromatis Palestine concession case. ये केस एक्चुअली ग्रीस वर्सेस ब्रिटेन है. इस केस का नाम 1924. Next question. Which of the following is incorrect? An agreement not enforceable by law is said to be voidable. This is the right answer. ये statement जो है वो incorrect है. An agreement not enforceable by law is said to be void, not voidable. Next question. Which of the following is false? A contract is frustrated where the actual and specific subject matter of the contract has ceased to exist. Correct. A contract will frustrate where circumstances arise which make the performance of the contract impossible in a manner contemplated. Correct. A contract which required personal performance by a promisor is frustrated on the death of the promisor. Correct. Seizing of subject matter of contract does not frustrate the contract. Wrong. So answer will be option number 4. It does frustrate the contract. Section 6 of Indian Contract Act. Next question. Which one of the following is correct? A public company can be formed with a minimum of 9 persons. Wrong. A private company can be formed with 2 or more persons. Correct. Memorandum of association is not required for registration of company. Wrong. It does required. Articles of association is not required for registration of company. Wrong. Articles of association is also required. So answer will be option number 2. A public company can be formed with a minimum of 7 persons, not 9 persons. Next question. Assertion. A master is liable for all the tortious act of his servant done in the course of employment. Correct. The representative of the dead person are in certain cases liable for the acts of the deceased. Correct. But इन दोनों का कोई link नहीं है. So answer will be option number 2. Both A and R correct, but R is not the correct explanation of A. Next, the Competition Act 2002 provides for which of the following? Establishment of commission to prevent practices having effect on competition. Correct. To promote and sustain competition in market. Correct. To protect the interest of the consumers. Correct. To ensure freedom of trade carried by the other participants in the market. Correct. To establish NCLT and NCLAT to decide various matters. Wrong. ये Companies Act में mention है, ना कि Competition Act में. So answer will be option number 4. Next question. Assertion. The President of India is a mere constitutional head. Correct. The parliamentary form of government, the Prime Minister is the head. Correct. Both the statements are correct, but इनके बीच में कोई relation नहीं है. So option will be second. Both A are true, but R is not the correct explanation of A. Next question. Statement 1. For judicial review, irrationality means that the decision is so outrageous in its defiance of logic or accepted moral standards that no sensible person could have arrived at such decision. Correct. Statement 2. For judicial review, unreasonableness means either the facts do not warrant the conclusion reached by the authority or the decision is partial and unequal in its operation. Correct. So answer will be option number 1. Both statements are correct. Next question. Statement 1. The power of legislation carries with it the power to delegate, and unless the legislature has completely abdicated or effaced itself, there is no restriction or delegation of legislative powers. Correct. Statement 2. Parliament can abdicate or efface itself by creating a parallel legislative body. Wrong. So answer will be option number 3. Statement 1 is correct, but statement 2 is incorrect. Next question. Statement 1. A contract which ceases to be enforceable by law becomes void when it ceases to be enforceable. Correct. Statement 2. An agreement is restraint of trade is voidable. Wrong. So answer will be option number 3. Statement 1 is true, but statement 2 is false. Next question, statement 1. It is the duty of the Prime Minister to communicate to President all the decisions of the councils of ministers relating to the administration of the affairs of the Union and proposals for legislation. Correct. Statement 2. It is the duty of the Prime Minister to furnish such information relating to the administration of the affairs of the Union and proposals for legislation as the President may call for. Correct. So answer will be option 1. Both statement 1 and statement 2 are true. Next, statement 1. An appeal shall lie in the Supreme Court from any judgment, final order or sentence in the criminal proceeding of a High Court in the territory of India. If the High Court has on appeal reversed an order of acquittal of an accused person and sentenced him to death. Correct? Statement 2. An appeal shall lie in the Supreme Court from any judgment, final order or sentence in a criminal proceeding of High Court in territory of India if the High Court has withdrawn from trial before itself any case from any court subordinate to its authority and has in such a trial convicted the accused person and sentenced him to death. Correct? Both the statements are correct, so answer will be option number 1. Next question, statement 1. Imperative law means a concept of rule of action imposed upon men by some authority which enforces obedience to it. Correct. Statement 2. Natural law signifies the principles of natural right and wrong. Correct. So answer will be option number 1. Next question, statement 1. All human beings are not legal persons. Correct. Statement 2. State is a juristic person. Correct. So answer will be option number 1. Next question, statement 1. Holland defined ownership as plenary control over an object. Correct. Statement 2. Ownership is either vested or contingent. Correct. So answer will be option 1. Next question. Freedom of trade, commerce and intercourse is covered in Article 301. Correct. Restriction on legislative powers of union and states with regard to trade and commerce are covered in Article 302. Wrong. पावर्स ऑफ द यूनियन तो कवर्ड है बट स्टेट कवर्ड नहीं है सो ये स्टेटमेंट रॉन्ग है पावर ऑफ पार्लियामेंट टू इम्पोज रिस्ट्रिक्शन ऑन ट्रेड कॉमर्स एंड इंटरकोर्स इज कवर्ड इन आर्टिकल 302 करेक्ट restriction on trade commerce and intercourse among states are covered in article 304 correct appointment of authority for carrying out purpose of article 301 to 304 is enshrined in article 306 wrong article 307 में covered है 306 में नहीं so answer will be option number 3 next question courts cannot review question as to what aid and advice is given by the council of ministers to the president correct the question of aid and advice by the council of ministers is a justifiable issue wrong article 14 cannot invoke against discrimination made by the constitutional provisions correct the question of aid and advice by the Council of Ministers is a non-justifiable issue. Correct? Article 14 can be worked against discrimination made by the constitutional provisions. Wrong. So answer will be option number 2. Next question. The institution of ombudsman was first developed in option 4, Sweden. Next. A car was sold on as it is basis and without any warranty or guarantee, whatever. After 5 days of contract, the engine of the car blew up. That discuss the liability of the seller. It's option number 1. He is liable for the damages due to the doctrine of fundamental breach of standard form of contract. Next question, match the following. Theory of justice, John Rawls. Idea of justice, Amartya Sen. Nicomachean ethics, Aristotle, and inquiry concerning principles of morals, David, option 1. So answer will be option number 3. Next, assertion. Nothing is an offense which is done in exercise of right of a private defense. Correct. Z is carried off by a tiger. A fires at a tiger knowing that the shot may kill Z. His shot gives Z a mortal wound. A has not committed any offense. Correct. But R is not the correct explanation of A. So answer will be option 2. Next question. Arrange the following in chronological order starting from earlier to later years. Trademark Act 1999, Patents Act 1970, the Design Act 2000, the Copyright Act 1957, the Protection of Plant Varieties and Farmers' Right 2001. So answer will be option 3. Next question. National Commission for Backward Classes has been created through which amendment to the Constitution of India? It's option number 3, 102nd Amendment. Next question. Under Article 338, Clause 5 of Constitution of India, National Commission for Scheduled Caste has no power to issue revoked certificates and has no power to decide upon the validity of caste certificates. Option number 4. Next question. Arrange the following protocols and declaration in the correct chronological sequence. Kyoto Protocol 1997, Cartagena Protocol on Biosafety 2000, Montreal Protocol 1987, Nagoya Protocol 2010, Rio Declaration on Environment and Development 1992. So the correct sequence is E, A, C, B and D. बट ये जो ऑप्शन है वो इसमें गिवन नहीं था, जो करेक्ट आंसर है वो ऑप्शन में गिवन नहीं था, तो ये क्वेश्चन जो है वो डिलीट हो गया था. सो करेक्ट सीक्वेंस इज ई, ए, सी, बी एंड डी. Next question. The National Green Tribunal Act 2010 came into force on 18th October 2010. Option number 4. Next question. Read the following principles of Rio Declaration on Environment and Development and select the correct answer from the given option. Principle 1. Human beings are at the center of concern for sustainable development. Correct. Principle 16. In order to protect the environment, the pecuniary approach shall be widely applied by the states according to their capabilities. Wrong. Principle 14. Environmental impact assessment shall be undertaken for proposed activities that are likely to have significant adverse impact on the environment. Wrong. Principle 20. Women have a vital role in environmental management and development. Correct. Principle 24. Peace, development and environmental protection are independent and indivisible. Wrong. So answer will be option number 1. Next question. The word environment has been defined under which section of the Environment Protection Act 1986? Option 1, Section 2A. Next question. Match the following. Application of the Act to electronic check and truncated check. Section 81A. Electronic signature. Section 3A. Secure electronic record. Section 15. Validity of contract formed through electronic means. Section 10A. So answer will be option number 2. Next question. Match the following. Voluntary causing grievous hurt by use of acid. Section 326A IPC. Voluntary throwing or attempting to throw acid. Section 326B IPC. Sexual assault and punishment for sexual harassment. Section 354A IPC. Stalking. Section 354D IPC. So answer will be option number 1. Next question. Match the following. Solomon versus Solomon. Corporate personality. Royal British Bank. Doctrine of indoor management. Asbury Railway Carriage. Doctrine of ultravirus. Vodafone International Holdings versus Union of India. Voting rights. So answer will be option number 4. Next question. Match the following. Judicial review. S.R. Bomani versus Union of India. Free and fair election. Indira Gandhi versus Raj Narayan. Balance between Part 3 and Part 4 of the Constitution. It's Minerva Mills Limited versus Union of India. Secularism. Keshwanand Bharti versus State of Kerala. So answer will be option number 2. Next question, match the following. Doctrine of pith and substance, true nature and character of the legislation. Doctrine of incidental encroachment, a law is not invalid enough to trench incidentally to another list. Doctrine of severability, a part of statute which is bad cannot be served from the rest. Doctrine of colorable legislation, what cannot be done directly cannot be done indirectly. So answer will be option 4. Next question, match the following. Postmodernism, critical legal studies. Source of law, Volgeist. Authority of decision as precedent, ratio descendi. Analytical school, Grundnorm. So answer will be option 1. Next question, greenhouse effect means increase in atmospheric temperature due to concentration of greenhouses. Gases in the atmosphere. Option number 1. Next question, match the following. Void marriage, Section 11 of Hindu Marriage Act. Divorce by mutual consent, Section 13B. Maintenance, Section 24. Disposable of property, Section 27. So answer will be option number 2. Next question, match the following. Mercy talk, vicarious liability, Metropolitan Asylum District, Statute Authority, Nicholas, Act of God, Holmes, inevitable accident. So answer will be option 1. Next question, match the following. Bonn Convention, conservation of migratory species of wild animals. Vienna Convention, protection of ozone layer. Basel Convention, control of transboundary movements of hazardous waste and their disposal. Rotterdam Convention, prior informed consent procedure for certain hazardous chemicals and pesticides in international trade. So answer will be option number 2. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, मैच द फॉलोइंग. रमजार कन्वेंशन 1971 में आया था और वो लिस्ट 2 में गिवन नहीं थी ईयर, तो इस क्वेश्चन को भी डिलीट कर दिया गया था. बाकी की ईयर्स एक बार देख लेते हैं. कन्वेंशन ऑन बायोलॉजिकल डाइवर्सिटी 1992, मिनामाता कन्वेंशन 2013, द यूनाइटेड नेशन कन्वेंशन टू कॉम्बैट डिजर्टिफिकेशन इज 1994. तो इसका कोई आंसर तो है नहीं, पर एक बार ईयर सबके देख लीजिएगा. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, अरेंज इन chronological order the case laws related to plurality under Hindu Marriage Act 1995 year wise from beginning till the latest. Durga Tripathi versus Arundhati Tripathi 2005, Bhagwat versus Bhagwat 1965, Praveen Mehta versus Indrajit Mehta 2002, Swapn Kumar Das versus Maya Rani 2006, Satyendra Kumar Gupta versus Kanchan Gupta 2015. So answer will be option number 1. Next question, in the case of theft under IPC, the following ingredients are necessary. Dishonest intention to take the property, correct. The property can be movable or immovable, wrong. खाली movable हो सकती है, immovable नहीं हो सकती. Property should be taken without the consent of the person, right. There must be some removal of the property, correct. The property must be movable property, correct. So answer will be option number 3. Next question, the following are the exceptions to the principle of strict liability. Act of God, correct. Consent of the plaintiff, correct. Intention of the defendant, wrong. Act of third party, correct. Minority, wrong. So answer will be option number 2. Next question, which of the following are true with regard to desertion of spouse under Hindu Marriage Act 1955? Factum of separation, correct. Animus disendi, correct. Prescribed period of 2 years must have passed before the presentation of petition, correct. With reasonable cause, wrong. Without the consent of the petitioner, correct. So answer will be option number 3. Next question, choose the correct chronological order of the emergence of the schools of jurisprudence, earliest to the latest. Natural law school, historical, analytical positivism, and realistic. So answer will be option number 1. Next question, choose the correct chronological order of the jurist from earliest to the latest. Answer is option number C, Bentham, Austin, Pond, Holmes. Next question, the following can be appointed as the chairperson of National Human Rights Commission. Answer is option number 2, a person who has been Chief Justice of Supreme Court or Judge of the Supreme Court. Next question, select the right answer from the given option. Glasgow Climate Change Conference, correct. COP25, Lima Climate Change Conference, wrong. COP24, Marrakesh Climate Change Conference, wrong. COP25, Katowice Climate Change Conference, wrong. COP21, Paris Climate Change Conference, correct. So answer will be option number 1. Next question, assertion, a bigamous marriage is void under Hindu law, correct. A child born out of void marriage is legitimate child of his parents, correct. Both the statements are correct, but इनका कोई relation नहीं है. So answer will be option number 2. Both A and R true, but R is not the correct explanation of A. Next question, statement 1, personal rights are inheritable. Wrong. Statement 2, legal rights are recognized and enforced by law. Correct. So answer will be option number 4. Statement 1 is incorrect, but statement 2 is correct. Next question, assertion, the ex post facto laws are laws which voided and punished an act that had been lawfully when done. Correct. Imposing or increasing a penalty with retrospective effect for violation of taxing statute does not infringe Article 20, Clause 1. Wrong. So answer will be option number 3. A is true, but R is false. Next question, statement 1, a negotiable instrument means a promissory note, bill of exchange or check payable either to order or to bearer. Correct. Statement 2, holder means any person who for consideration become possessor of a promissory note, bill of exchange or check if payable to bearer or to the payee or endorsee. Wrong. So answer will be option number 3. But statement 1 is correct, but statement 2 is incorrect. Next question, statement 1. A childless stepmother is entitled to claim maintenance under the Hindu Adoption and Maintenance Act 1956, correct. Statement 2. Under the Hindu Adoption and Maintenance Act 1956, if the son is to be adopted, the adopted father or mother should not have a Hindu son, son's sons or son's son's son, whether by legitimate blood relationship or by adoption, living at the time of adoption, correct. So answer will be option number 1. Both statement 1 and statement 2 are correct. Next question, statement 1. Every public company shall have at least 3 directors and every private company shall have at least 2 directors. Correct. There can be maximum 15 directors, and for having more than 15 directors, the company may have passed a special resolution. Correct. So answer will be option number 1. Both statement 1 and statement 2 are correct. Next question, statement 1. A becomes surety to C for B's conduct as a manager in C's bank. Afterwards, B and C contract. Without A's consent, B's salary shall be raised and that he shall become liable for 1/4 of the losses on overdrafts. B allows a customer to overdraft and bank loses some of money. Statement 2. A is liable to make good the loss as he is a surety to C for B's conduct. Statement 1 is correct, but statement 2 is incorrect because जो B और C है उन्होंने कॉन्ट्रैक्ट किया था विदाउट A's कंसेंट, तो अब A की कोई लाइबिलिटी नहीं बनती लॉस को बेयर करने की. So answer will be option number 3. Statement 1 is correct, but statement 2 is incorrect. This was the last question of this video. Please do refer PYQs of UGC Net whenever you are preparing for the exam, as ये काफी हेल्प करते हैं रिवीजन में एंड एग्जाम में भी काफी रिपीटेड क्वेश्चंस आते हैं. सो प्लीज डू रेफर PYQs. Thank you so much for watching.